Class 8 Mathematics. Chapter 10 Direct and Inverse Variation. This is the part 4. Today we are going to discuss the examples from exercise 10th D and 10th E. Have a look on the points of today's discussion. First one, unitary method, which we have learnt in the previous videos. Consideration of the complete work, 1, and arrow method. In the 10th E exercise, we are going to discuss few examples based on time and work. So dear students, let us begin. Solve example. 30 men can build a wall in 50 days. How many more men are required to build another wall double in size in 75 days? In the example, it is given in order to build a wall in 50 days, number of men required are 30. So, the same wall in one day, the number of men will require 30 into 50. From this one day value, we can calculate 75 days value. So, to build the same wall in 75 days, number of men required is equal to 30 into 50 upon 75 equal to 20. Here, this number crunch will give you answer 20. 20 men. Dear students, to build the double size wall, the number of men required will also be get doubled. So, 2 into 20 men, that is 40 men, will be required for building the double size wall. But here, in example, already we have 30 men at the work site. So, more required men we will find out by subtracting the already working men from total required men, that is 40 minus 30 is equal to 10. So we can conclude here 10 more men will build the double size wall in 75 days. Let us move for the next example. This example is based on consideration of the whole work 1. A contractor undertook to build a road in 200 days. He employed 140 men. After 60 days, he found that only 1/4 of the road could be built. How many additional men should he employ to complete the work in given time? So here, incomplete work means remaining work. We will find out from the whole work and completed work. That is 1 minus 1 by 4. 1 is the whole work and 1 by 4 is the completed work. So we will get here 3 by 4. This is the incomplete work, remaining work. The number of days remaining after 60 days from the given period of time, that is 200 minus 60 equal to 140 days we have in hand. So according to the given statement, 1/4 of the road built in 60 days by 140 men. So 1/4 of the road can be built in one day by 140 into 60 men. That is 8,400 men. Dear students, from this we can find out the number of men required to build complete road. So complete road can be built in one day by 8,400 multiplied by 4 men. That is, on multiplying these numbers, we get 33,600 men. Now, this is for one day's work. From this, we can find out the main required for 140 days work. So complete road can be built in 140 days by 33,600 upon 140 main. That is, on doing the calculation, we get here 240 main. Now, as we have calculated the value for 140 days for the complete road building, we can find out the number of men required for building 3/4, that is remaining road to be constructed in remaining time 140 days. By the men, 240 multiplied by 3/4. That is 4 ones are 4, 4 6 are 24, and 0 as it is 60 into 3 equal to 180 men. So as per requirement, we need to calculate how many additional men should be employed. So this from 180 we will subtract 140 men which were already there on the site of work. So we get here 40 men. So 40 more men we have to employ on work. Let us discuss the another method, arrow method. In general, this method is used to solve the problems of unitary method. Dear friends, always remember when two or more than two, like 3, 4 quantities are taken in consideration for finding out the relation between them and the unknown values, we have to take the simple formula, the simple technique, value on the head of arrow upon value on the tail of arrow. In the first column, multiplied by value on the head of arrow upon value on the tail of arrow. In the second column, and so on, depending on the number of columns. One more thing you have to keep in your mind, the unknown quantity we always have to keep in the extreme right column. And unknown quantity is always marked with the downward arrow. Here, we will see with example. A certain sum is divided equally among 50 boys and each boy gets rupees 75. If the same sum is divided equally among 60 boys, how much will each boy will get? So here, let us consider each boy gets X rupees. And the two quantities we have here, number of boys and amount of money they get. So we will write down here the two columns with their names. Now 50 boys get 75 rupees. So in the first column we will write 50 and here 75 rupees. Then the second quantity is given, 60 boys gets how much rupees? So we have to write here 60 boys in the number of boys and we considered the unknown quantity as X rupees. Now let us draw arrows. So from these two columns which are here, the unknown quantity is X here on the rightmost column. So this we will mark with the downward arrow. You can see here. The head of arrow is toward the down. This is the inverse proportion. It means if the number of boys will increase, the amount of rupees which they will get will decrease. So this arrow is in the down direction. So it's the opposite. In this column, arrow will be up-headed. And in the next, we will write here the values from our formula. Value on head upon value on tail, that is X upon 75. Here X is toward the head and 75 is toward the tail. The similar way, it is equal to value on head, that is 50, upon value on tail, that is 60. Now, for solving the equation, we have to transpose this 75 which is in the denominator. So here it will become x is equal to 50 multiplied by 75 upon 60. So let us go for division. 15 4s are 60, 15 5s are 75. And here further on dividing and multiplication, we will get the answer 62.5. So each boy will get rupees 62.5. That is 62 rupees and 50 paise. Let us discuss now exercise 10th D. Here comes the first example. 8 oranges can be bought for rupees 10.40. How many more can be bought for rupees 16.90? So here in the first step, we will write down the given thing. That is 8 oranges can be bought at rupees 10.40. By unitary method, we will find out the number of oranges bought at rupees 1 by dividing 8 with 10.40. In the next step, from the above value, we will calculate number of oranges bought at rupees 16.90 by multiplying the previous value with 16.90. So 8 into 16.90 upon 10.40. We will go for the calculation. Here, this is the decimal number. We will convert it into the whole number by multiplying with 100. So we have to multiply to the numerator also. So in the next step, 8 into 1690 upon 1040. On doing the basic number crunch, we will get the value 13 oranges. But here, this is the number of oranges bought at 16.90 rupees. We need to calculate more number of oranges required. From the 13 oranges, already existing oranges we will subtract. So 13 minus 8 is equal to 5 oranges are required more. Let's go with the next example. Here, this is the question number 4. A contractor undertakes to dig a canal of 6 km long in 35 days and employs 90 men. He finds that after 20 days, only 2 km of canal have been dug. How many more must be employed to finish the given work in time? Let us see how to calculate. Length of canal is 6 km and canal can be made in 20 days is 2 km by 90 men. So see, this is the 6 km canal and after 20 days by working of 90 men, they made 2 km canal. So yet this patch is remaining to complete. Means remaining length of canal is equal to 6 minus 2 kilometers, that is 4 kilometers. As 20 days are over, means from the total time we have now 15 days. So remaining time we will calculate from the total time minus the days which are over. That is 35 minus 20 is equal to 15 days. Since here in example they have given in 20 days 2 km canal was made by 90 men. So in 1 day 2 km canal can be made by 90 into 20 men. That is 1800 men. Now from this value we can calculate in 15 days 1 km canal can be made by how many men? So 1800 divided by 15 multiplied by 2. On doing calculation, we get value 60 men. Now from this value, we can calculate how many men can be required to dig the 4-kilometer long canal in 15 days. So it is calculated as 60 multiplied by 4 men, that is 240 men. Now in the question it is asked how many more men required. From this total men, available 90 men we will reduce. So as per the asked question, we will write here number of more men required to complete the work is equal to 240 minus 90. That is 150 men. Let us turn to the next question. Here is the question number 5. Dear friends, in this question, it is asked if 10 horses consumes 18 bushels in 36 days. Now you might be thinking, what is meant by bushels? So dear friends, bushels is nothing but the unit of fodder which we use to give for the pet animals. How long will 24 bushels last for 30 horses? We will write down here given thing 10 horses consumes 18 bushels in 36 days. Therefore, one horse consumes 18 bushels in 36 multiplied by 10 days, that is 360 days. So therefore, 30 horses will consume 18 bushels in 360 upon 30 days. On calculating this, we will get the value 12. So 30 horses consumes 18 bushels in 12 days. Now 30 horses consumes 1 bushel in 12 upon 18 days. So 30 horses will consume 24 bushels in 12 upon 18 multiplied by 24. Here on doing the basic number crunch, you will get 2 into 8 is equal to 16 days. Finally, we can write down here 30 horses consumes 24 bushels in 16 days. Let's move to the next question. Question number 13. 10 men working for 6 days of 10 hours each day, and they finish 5 by 21 of piece of work. We have to calculate how many men working at the same rate and for the same number of hours each day, that is 10 hours each day, will be required to complete the remaining work in 8 days. So let us see the solution at each of the steps. Here we will consider the whole work 1. If 5 upon 21 work is finished, so the remaining work is equal to 1 minus 5 upon 21. Here denominator is 1. We will find out LCM and we will do the subtraction. So we get here 16 upon 21. So this much work is remaining. So as per given, 5 by 21 work can be finished in 6 days if the workers are working 10 hours per day. Number of men required are 10. This value is given in our question. So here we can find out number of men from the given information. So for one work can be finished in 6 days if men work 10 hours per day. The number of men is equal to 10 divided by 5 upon 21. So this we can write as 10 multiplied by 21 upon 5. This is the number of men. Now from this, one work can be finished in 1 day Here we have calculated in 6 days. Here we will go for calculating 1 day. If main work 10 hours per day, then it will be the number of main can be calculated 10 into 21 multiplied by 6 upon 5. Here we will multiply by 6 to the previous expression. So finally, 16 upon 21 work can be finished in 8 days. Now here, remaining work we are going to calculate in 8 days. If the main work 10 hours per day, the condition is same. Rate of work is same. So we get here 10 into 21 into 6 into 16 upon 5 into 21 into 8. So here 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. 21 ones are 21, 21 ones are 21. 8 ones are 8, 8 twos are 16. So we get here 2 into 6 into 2, that is 24 main. So 24 main are required. Let us turn to the homework from this exercise. Let us turn to the next topic of this lesson, that is examples based on time and work. Here, few basic formulae you have to keep in note. So the first thing, if a man can do a piece of work in X days, then his one day work can be expressed as 1 upon X. So here, note it down. If a man can do a piece of work in X days, his one day work can be expressed as 1 upon X. The second thing, number of days required to do the certain work can be calculated by dividing 1 by 1 day's work. Here, 1 is considered as the whole work. Now, the next important thing, number of days required to complete a certain piece of work can be calculated by work to be completed upon 1 day's work. So, here in every example, we have to make the use of this formulae in the suitable places. This is the question given in your textbook from the solved example we are discussing. A can do a piece of work in 80 days and B in 100 days, the same work. They work together for first 20 days before B goes away. In how many days will A manage to finish the remaining work? Here, A's one day work is 1 upon 80. Since he is doing a piece of work in 80 days, so his one day's work is 1 upon 80. And B is doing work in 100 days, so B's one day work is 1 upon 100. Just we have discussed about the formula. In that, the same thing was given. Now here, A and B works together. So we will add their work of 1 day. 1 upon 80 plus 1 upon 100 is equal to 5 plus 4 upon 400. This is 9 upon 400 is the A and B's together 1 day's work. Now, A and B's 20 days work is 9 upon 400. Then 20 days work is equal to 9 upon 400 multiplied by 20. 0, 0 cancel. 2 ones are 2. 2 20s are 40. And here we get 9 upon 20. Now, the remaining work we can find out by subtracting 9 upon 20, that is the 20 days work of A and B from the whole work. That is 1, which is equal to 20 minus 9 upon 20 by finding out the LCM. The final answer we get here 11 by 20. Now, we have to find out the number of days taken by A to finish the remaining work. So we will use our third formula, remaining work upon A's 1 day work. That is 11 upon 20 divided by 1 upon 80. 11 upon 20, this division will convert into the multiplication, and we will write down here the reciprocal of 180, that is 80 upon 1. And by doing the number crunch, we get here 44 days. So friends, let's discuss the next question. Here is the first question from your exercise 10th E. Question is, A can do a piece of work in 10 days and B in 15 days. How long will they take to finish the same work if they are working together? So let's find out the answer. A's work in 1 day is equal to 1 upon 10. And B's work in 1 day is 1 upon 15. Now, if suppose we will consider they are working together, then we have to add these both works. That is 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 15. Now, we have to calculate LCM. So, it is 30. 1 multiplied by 3 plus 1 multiplied by 2 upon 30. 3 plus 2 is equal to 5 upon 30. 5 ones are 5, 5 6 are 30. So, we get 1 upon 6. Therefore, the number of days to work together is equal to the whole work divided by the work which they do in 1 day. So, 1 divided by 1 upon 6. Here, division will turn into multiplication, and 1 multiplied by 6 upon 1, the reciprocal. So, it is 6 days. Reciprocal of 1 upon 6 is 6 upon 1. So, answer is 6 days. Let's see the another question. This is the question number 3. A can do a work in 15 days and B in 20 days. If they work together on the same work for 4 days, what fraction of the work will be left? Left means will remain. So, let's find out the answer. Since A's work is 15, A's 1 day work is equal to 1 upon 15. B's work is 20, so B's 1 day work is 1 upon 20. Now, as they both work together, so in 1 day, they will do the work 1 upon 15 plus 1 upon 20. By calculating here, we will get the answer 7 by 60. In the next step, we will find out A plus B if works in 4 days. So we have to multiply here by 4 to the previously calculated number. That is 7 upon 60 multiplied by 4. We will get here 7 upon 15. So this is the amount of work which they do in the 4 days together. Now remaining work we have to calculate. So remaining work is equal to whole work minus the work they have completed together in the 4 days. That is 1 minus 7 upon 15.
So here LCM is 15 and 1 will become 15 upon 15. That is numerators will get subtracted 15 minus 7 and denominator will be 15 as it is.
So the work left means remaining work is 8 upon 15. Let us see what is the next question. Question number 11. One tap can fill cistern in 3 hours and the waste pipe can empty the full cistern in 5 hours. In what time the empty cistern be full if the tap and the waste pipe are kept open together? So let us discuss the answer. One tap can fill a cistern in 3 hours. So one tap, if will work for 1 hour, will fill 1 by 3. And the waste pipe can empty the cistern in 5 hours. So the waste pipe in 1 hour works 1 by 5. So therefore, one tap and the waste pipe together works for 1 hour. Then their work will be 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon 5. LCM is 15. Here we will multiply by 5. Here we will multiply by 3. So 5 minus 3 upon 15 is equal to 2 upon 15. Now here, empty cistern will be full in 15 by 2 hours, means 7 hours and half. That is 7 hours 30 minutes. So keep this answer in your note. Complete the remaining examples from exercise. Thank you very much.